What's going on, guys? It's Coach Noob back in the building with another one. As usual, it's going to be jam packed full of jewels. And your time is always appreciated because you can be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews, man. You already know it's another wild one. And it's about a husband who murders his wife on camera, told her she was going to meet Jesus, and then he pulled the trigger. So let's check it out.
Tonight, a daughter is finding the strength to tell her mother's story days after that young woman's father was sentenced for murdering her, the victim recording every haunting moment. In that video, a key piece of evidence in the killer's sentencing trial.
Well, as you know, jaws dropped in our newsroom when we saw it. And ABC 13's Alex Bozarchi joins us now with another big part of this case. The jury was made up entirely of women, Alex.
That's right, Eric. It was an all-female jury, which is rare but can happen. You're not allowed to strike down a juror on the basis of sex or race, so that's how it shook out here. The overwhelming evidence here was a video of the murder. Despite that, they sentenced Carrie Birmingham to 10 years in prison. The maximum would have been 20.
And you would have thought that it gave Buddy ass 20 years just for because it was all women. You know what I'm saying? But 10 years, that's still long. Anytime doing something like this is doing too much to even put yourself in that kind of position. Let's just start there, man. And like I always say in all my videos, man, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, bro. And this is an example of somebody who, wasn't working on themselves enough. And when it came down to the female leaving, then he was in his feelings like a female, man. He didn't do any logical thinking rational, having something to fall back on, man. Not even another woman, just like something to do, just in case stuff didn't work out, a hobby or something, anything positive that you could focus on and take your mind off of going through a divorce or something like that, man. So
Those were Carrie Birmingham's last words to his wife, Patricia, before he killed her with his shotgun outside their home in Spring. In the video, you can hear he fired 3 times. This all going down while their teenage daughter, Olivia, was at school. I lost both my parents that day.
and so you can already tell, man, that this dude, he put so much energy into her that when they did go through something and it broke them up, he didn't know how to handle it. And that's why it's always important to never put so much energy into someone else that if they leave, you won't know what to do. He ended up unaliving her on video. That was the best decision that this dude could make after she was leaving. Like, she showed you who she was. She didn't want to be with him anymore, and he couldn't handle it. So he made a crazy decision. Now, you see what the little girl said. She lost both her parents that day, and she did. And dad's in jail, mom's gone, can't come back anymore. And now she probably never wants to talk to the father again. Anyway, which is, it's crazy. And it just goes to show, man, that the decisions you make can affect you. They do affect you and everyone around you. I say that in every video. And this is a prime example of that, man. Like, think about what you're doing. Think about who it affects. You first, really. How does it affect you first? Is it beneficial to you or not? Because if it's not, then you really shouldn't be doing it. Because you really shouldn't have time to even be contemplating unaliving a female, man. Like, and then let alone told her, I hope it was worth it. Well, that's her loss. If she did what she did and she didn't want to be with you no more, man. And you see that dude all out there in his robe looking crazy, man. Like, girl, get yourself together. Work on yourself, man. Do some workout or something. You know, get focused on you again. Stop giving all your energy away. So when something happens, you won't react like that.
My dad died that day too. Because the person
What?
who did that to my mom and my father aren't the same person. Patricia and Carrie had roughly a 30-minute argument leading up to the shooting. You really want this on video?
I'll pull it. Man, nothing's pull it.
Audio we obtained of several minutes prior to the video became a large part of Carrie's crime of passion defense.
I'm done. I'm done too. I'm done too.
So arguing, you know what I'm saying? It's always an argument or something that people lead to that. And that's why it's never good to argue with a female. You're not gonna win that argument, bro. Move around, go get your head right, and be glad that she showed you who she was, man. So you don't have to keep looking crazy around here. And you'll be able to feel better about yourself and go on about your life. And that's if you have stuff going on, and to the point where if something does happen in that relationship, it's too detrimental to you to take somebody's life, because it's going to take everything that you have away from you, everything that you've built, everything that you worked so hard for. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important as a man to just know that if you can't take care of you, can't take care of nobody else, man. And you can't take care of a woman that doesn't want to be with you, then don't be with her. As simple as that. This is a prime example of working on yourself, man. Go work on yourself. And when you're ready, go find another female that really wants you. Somebody out there for everybody.
Carrie had allegedly learned Patricia was having an affair. The two's argument getting more and more heated.
Don't blame him. Yeah.
Carrie's defense attorney, Anthony Osso, says they pled guilty directly to the all-female jury.
See, she said, don't blame him. And he said, then get the F out. All right, like, you're not supposed to blame dude anyway. You're supposed to be looking at yourself like, okay, now I got some work to do. I was in a situation that didn't pan out. Let me go do something else that is going to pan out for myself. Now I know not to get myself into that type of situation before. And And now you got to sit up there and plead guilty. Well, it was on film anyway, so they got you. But now you just put yourself in a situation that you're not going to be able to get out of, man. And that's crazy. Like, nobody has time for that, especially when you're older. Don't make that kind of decision that you're going to end up regretting for the rest of your life. Because really, a lot of people have regrets or something, like they wish they would have did something different, or hindsight. But actually, you're not even supposed to have any regrets. So that should be a testimony to how you should think in situations before they get out of hand.
As their strategy was to accept responsibility, but convince jurors Carrie shot Patricia in the heat of the moment.
We never tried to justify the actions of our client, but the defense wasn't about justification. It was about why he did what he did.
And it really don't matter why he did what he did, because he shouldn't have did it anyway. He should have had the mental capacity and spiritual, awareness to just move on. Think about your kids. Think about how it's going to affect you first and foremost. And is it really worth it? Is it beneficial to you to be doing something like that? Is it even beneficial for you to even be thinking like that?
Olivia finds her father's defense questionable at best.
I don't know. It's sudden passion. You have to have something
you have to have made that decision within you for a while. I feel like to do that to somebody you really, really love.
If you do that to somebody, then that means that you don't love them. You know, it might have been lust, and yeah, there might have been love there at one point in time. At that point, it's no longer love, because if you really love somebody, then you don't want to see them doing bad. You want to see them doing okay, because you know, especially if you got a kid with her, because that means she'll be able to take care of the kid, and you will too. Like you both should be able to be mature enough, mentally stable enough to be like, all right, it's not working. Let's end this in a healthy way and move around. You know, and a lot of times dudes be getting so wrapped up in the female that they forget about that and putting so much energy into the female that by the time it's time to leave, you're not thinking clearly. Your brain's all fogged up because you gave all your energy away, and now you're doing something that's gonna end up putting you in a bad situation for the rest of your life, man. You gotta think.
Gary was given a 10-year sentence with the possibility of parole after 5. Olivia says in court she spoke to her father and gave us a summary of her victim impact statement. That no matter what was said in this trial, you know the type of woman she was, you know who she was, and you know what you did, and how he took away my favorite person in this world. Olivia testified that she never witnessed her father physically abusing her mom, but she wanted to raise awareness that there are different types of abuse she experienced, including emotional and financial. She says while she still loves her father, she can never forgive him.
Oh, she can never forgive him because he took away her favorite person, like she said, which is crazy, man. And if you really did love her, you would have just let her go. Let her go do what she wanted to do. She was already cheating. And, you know, fellas, like, there's millionaires out here and the females still doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Cheating on them and doing all kind of stuff. So it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter, you know, any of that stuff. If she wants to leave and go do her, that's what she's gonna do. If she wants to be with you, then that's what she's gonna do. You know, you have to be mentally, spiritually, and physically aware enough, and you know, be confident enough in yourself to where if something like that does happen, you'll be able to move on. I'm not saying you won't think about it or have any kind of feelings, but it is about controlling emotions, man. And like the daughter said, she went through that emotional abuse and now financial, because she probably was dependent on both of them. And that's the decision that he made and how it affected him and everyone around him at the end of the day, man. So just know that it's never worth it, man. Just move around, do what you got to do for yourself. So anyways, man, it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Watch the video if you're digging this kind of content. And again, your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. And until next time, I'm out.